Xiao Honglian and Zhuge Qingting were unaware that this plan was never aimed at them but merely utilizing them as tools. However, adhering to her principle of seizing every opportunity, Xiao Honglian said, while they are still alive, let's record a video and send it to Zhang Yi. If the poison in their bodies isn't caused by him, we can leverage this opportunity to harm him where he hides. After being persuaded by Yang Xinxin and Lu Karen, Liang Yue gradually regained her spirit. Instead of impulsively wielding her sword to seek out the Yangxing base recklessly, she decided to discuss carefully with Zhang Yi about how to exchange the lives of the students. Following the conversation with Liang Yue, Zhang Yi also awaited proactive contact from the Yangxing base. Indeed, not long after, Zhang Yi received a request for a video call from the Yangxing base. This time, it was a video call. After Yang Xinxin called Zhang Yi to the control room, Zhang Yi closed the door, leaving only the two of them to participate in this conversation. When Zhang Yi connected for the first time, he saw that the figure before him was not the leader of the Yangxing base, Xiao Honglian, but a tall, lean man with a cold gaze. A day has passed, I wonder what you have been thinking. Zhuge Qingting said, his tone indifferent. Today, we're reaching out to you to offer a gift to help you make a quick decision, Zhuge Qingting said with a chilly smile, before send you a video into the conversation. It clearly showed him torturing the students. Zhang Yi stood with his arms folded, silently examining the emotionless face. After watching, Zhang Yi calmly asked, are they still alive? This cold attitude surprised Zhuge Qingting. Despite showing great concern for the students' lives during their phone conversation yesterday, today Zhang Yi's demeanor and tone were completely different, displaying straightforwardness and disdain. Zhuge Qingting spoke in a low tone, currently, they are still alive, but it's unclear how long they can hold out. Our leader, Zhang Yi, has changed his mind about keeping these incompetent individuals as it's simply a waste of provisions. Therefore, we've decided to return them to you. However, to exchange for them, you require supplies. Each of them needs 1 ton of food up front. Zhang Yi, still wearing a pensive expression, replied, negotiation is not out of the question, but first, we need to confirm that they are still alive. Otherwise, we would only receive a pile of corpses after delivering the supplies to you, wouldn't we? Following Zhou Kor's advice, Zhang Yi had mixed a dose of medicine into the food, which would take effect after a week. However, for safety reasons, he wanted to ensure that all those people had died for his peace of mind. Zhuge Qingting thought to himself, many students have already died, and the remaining ones are barely clinging to life. If Zhang Yi sees them, he surely won't agree to the exchange condition. Nonetheless, he persisted, the students are still alive and well. Zhang Yi's tone was firm. That's just an image. I want to see the living people right now, lead me to them, and once I confirm they're alive, I'll immediately arrange food for you. Zhuge Qingting stared at the screen opposite Zhang Yi and continued, the Yangxing base doesn't kill people. We don't need to kill these students. You don't need to worry. Zhang Yi raised his hand to express himself. If that's the case, why not let me see them, just one glance? But how could Zhuge Qingting allow him to see, because just a glance would reveal that those students were dying. I don't sense any cooperation from you, Zhang Yi. Zhuge Qingting wanted to say more, but Zhang Yi pressed the end call button. Zhang Yi affirmed to Yang Xinxin, they're dead. Zhuge Qingting's actions proved it. Yang Xinxin asked curiously, boss, how did you do it? Zhang Yi replied casually, I added a bit of science and cruelty to their food. Yang Xinxin sighed in relief, her smile radiant. Great, this way, no one will be implicated. Zhang Yi patted her head, these past 2 days, take care of Liang Yue a bit, help her build a strong mentality. Don't let her dwell on negativity. Women need a lot of care and comfort. Yang Xinxin tilted her head, looking at Zhang Yi mischievously. In fact, boss, it would be much more effective if you personally show up, she said. Zhang Yi frowned, asking, you mean I should open up to her a bit? Yang Xinxin chuckled, that would definitely be very effective in making someone fall for you, you have to use affection. Zhang Yi responded with a hint of humor, though I feared it might make me appear foolish. Right, let's keep this conversation strictly confidential. Don't breathe a word to anyone. Yang Xinxin nodded, got it, boss. You can count on me. In the following days, the hidden enclave remained tranquil as ever, with the women playing mahjong and gossiping about trivial matters. However, now they were trying to engage Liang Yue in conversation to help her alleviate her inner turmoil. Meanwhile, the men maintained a relaxed but vigilant attitude, anticipating the outbreak of war. As the defensive party, they had meticulously prepared beforehand. At the present moment, within the Yangxing base, the toxins in the students' bodies had fully manifested, and all of them had succumbed to their agonizing deaths. Reluctantly, Zhuge Qingting sought out Xiao Honglian to report on the situation. Now that all the students have perished, we've lost our bargaining chip against Zhang Yi's tyranny. Xiao Honglian furrowed her brow. Despite having foreseen this possibility, she couldn't shake off her dissatisfaction. Lifting her head, her beautiful yet commanding gaze bore into Zhuge Qingting. It seems we have no choice but to resort to war, she declared resolutely.